Special Needs Day. BMX forever. Cool P forever. X-Fact forever. Come on. BMX forever. Cool P forever. X-Fact forever.
Cool kid. Cool kid. Cool kid. Cool kid. Cool kid. Cool kid. Cool kid.
I had a dream that I could be without you. Oh, I'm for real and I could even catch you. See without you. Kiss on the beat without you. Oh, be free without you. Back then I woke up right next to you. She's the better lover. I don't think that shit is fair. But she loving on me even when I'm not even aware. I could never understand it. I could never really care. But I really, really need it. I would die if she ain't there. No, I'm not the perfect nigga, but I'm realer than a lie. I couldn't play with you too long, so I went and got a rock. We were never at the bottom, but we closer to the top. And I fuck with you the long way, cause you think I could pop. If I hurt you, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. No, 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 no. If I hurt you, no, 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 no. Don't you leave. Please, baby, please, stay here with me. Baby, don't you leave. I need to see your face at least. And if you leave, pray for me. Please, baby, please, stay here with me.
It's hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, baby. Let's go.
Bad boy, baby.
Yeah. It is hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Ball award to Jennifer Lopez. Yeah. You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. She can't sing, her acting is suspect, but one thing you can say is that she is not fine as hell. Shit, J-Lo fine. Bring it back, Big. Bring it back, Big.
Bad boy, baby.
Yeah. With your mouth. Yeah.
Strong, who got it going on? You're dead wrong. The weak of the strong, who got it going on? You're dead wrong. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, gun smoke, gun smoke. Biggie Smoke for mayor, the rap slayer.
Little real hip hop. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. The Ball Award to J-Lo once again, man. Good Lord, boy. The yams on that thing right there, boy. Beyond J-Lo, man, she still got it going on. She getting a little bit older in age. She got to be, I'm going to guess J-Lo got to be in her late 40s, right? Let's look that up real quick, like if we can. She got to be in her late 40s. She might even be 50, dare I say. Nah, she's 47 years old. And, yeah, she still got it going on. So, shouts out, Ball Award to Jennifer Lopez. Buster Award to CeeLo Green. I don't understand what that was all about. Like, I don't even know the backstory about what he wore. I mean, he didn't wear anything. He had on a costume. I would categorize that as a costume, right? Huh? Wouldn't you categorize that as a costume? the little outfit thing. I see a couple of people got as their avatar picture or whatever, man, their profile pic. Okay. And I said it to Grego last night in the chat room, in the Doug Stewart Show chat room on Facebook, chat group on Facebook. He's like, you killing Lil Yahtzee, but what about CeeLo Green? Man, CeeLo was just joking. He had to be just joking. He had to be just joking. Clearly. That was a joke. Hello, everybody. Knock, knock. McFly. That was a joke. He wasn't serious like Lil Yahtzee. Lil Yahtzee out there serious with Skittles in his damn teeth. Kentucky Fried Chicken Man suit. Lil Yahtzee was for real. CeeLo Green just playing. (404-382-0338). You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Carmelo Anthony scored 25 points in New York, salvaged the final of a tumultuous 5-game homestand by beating the San Antonio Spurs 94-90 on Sunday. I guess you could give him a ball award, but we won on this show. Here's the interesting thing about the game. On the heels of the whole, Charles Oakley, James Dolan controversy from last week, Latrell Sprewell was back in the building, and so were many other former New York Knicks players. I smell a rat. Sprewell returned for the first time since December 29th, 2014. So, what's that, almost 13 years, 12 years plus. Sitting next to James Dolan 2 days after what happened between him and Charles Oakley. Wait a minute. That's right. Sitting right next to James Dolan. James Dolan's so fake. I mean, he's so damn fake and so obvious and so simple. It's so simple. The former players that came to the game were Larry Johnson, Bernard King, Vin Baker, and Kenny Walker, as well as Herb Williams. Let me stop for a second. Let me backtrack on these players. In the last 40 years that I've been watching basketball, cognizantly, Bernard King, clearly, Larry Johnson, grandmama, fan favorite. Vin Baker was a solid player for many years. I think more people will probably remember Vin Baker for his time in Milwaukee, though, right? But Kenny Skywalker, slam dunk champion, Kentucky great, fan favorite as well. Herb Williams, old man Herb Williams. Herb Williams was a fan favorite too. So James Dolan think we that simple that we don't see what's going on here. I mean, not only does he go back and get some future stars, he pulls out all of the guns. Not only does he go back and pull back some former stars to say to the fans and to basketball, fans, abroad, that we're good with all of our former players, and that thing that you saw happen with Charles Oakley was an aberration. That's not really how we treat our former players. But he goes back and gets some of the most familiar. The only other player that he could have come up with was, maybe Patrick Ewing or John Starks or somebody like that. But as far as beloved past Knick players, it don't get no more than Bernard King, Larry Johnson. Once again, I think Patrick Ewing is probably the most recognized Knick player. I'm not talking about the Clyde Frazier days. I'm not talking about the days, the early 70s when they won the championship. I'm talking about since and then. If you're talking since then, it would be Ewing, it would be John Starks, it would be Bernard King, it would be, Kenny Walker, Herb Williams, would be guys like that. And James Dolan goes and gets these cats to sit right by him. Now, I wonder, and I want to get y'all thoughts on this, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I wonder if Charles Oakley would feel some type of way. And I can't remember exactly the time periods and how long, if he did at all, played with Charles Oakley. He had to have. Larry Johnson and Sprewell and all of those guys. I don't know how their careers intersected there in New York. But if I'm Charles Oakley Do you feel some type of way that these cats, they're your boys, they're your teammates, you rolled, you died together, blood, sweat, and tears? If you're Charles Oakley, do you see Grandmama in them streets? Do you see Latrell Sprewell and you backhand slap him like you have plenty other players in your day? For sleeping with the enemy. Like, I wonder if Oakley feels some type of way, you know, in seeing Latrell Sprewell and Larry Johnson, a.k.a. Grandmama, sitting with James Dolan, cheesing, smiling, laughing. I saw the little video or whatever, cheesing, smiling, laughing, you know, at the enemy. You know, they're sleeping with the enemy. I hope not, because, you know, them cats don't need that in their lives. The Knicks official had been working for the last few years to reconcile their relationship to Sprewell, and so that he could return. So Sprewell spent 5 seasons with the Knicks, helping them reach the NBA Finals back in 1999, but cursed out James Dolan in his first game back there after being traded to Minnesota. Yeah, and back during that time, Minnesota was horrible. I curse out James Dolan too if you exile me from New York to damn Minnesota. Right, so I don't remember how much, if any, did they play with Charles Oakley. They may not have even played together. From who we got here? RC. Speaking of Knicks, why haven't we heard from Patrick Ewing? Oakley had Ewing's back for 10 years, and he hadn't said anything yet. Interesting. Patrick Ewing trying to get a job being a head coach in the NBA. You know, and it doesn't look like he's going to get one anytime soon. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. It doesn't look like he's going to get one anytime soon, so that's kind of a political thing. He probably won't say anything at all. From Jay Fish to Microwave, Spree and LJ didn't play with Oakley. Okay, so they didn't play with him at all. Huh. You sure about that, Fish? I think that I would believe Spree, but LJ played for the Knicks for many years. I'm going to take your word for it. So my man, Jay Fish, Microwave, X-Squad, New York City, born and bred and fan of the New York Knicks sports programs. Okay, so they didn't play together at all. So I understand a little bit more now. You're talking about 2 different eras, or maybe even a couple of different eras of basketball players that didn't play with Charles Oakley. If that's the case, then I get it. Like, I would feel some type of way if I was Charles Oakley and some of my teammates came and smiled and cheesed up in James Dolan's face. I would feel some type of way about that. From Thorny Switch, even if I didn't agree with Oakley, if I was a player, there's no way I could co-sign Dolan and that mess that happened. Yeah, I agree. Which it's different if they weren't teammates, but yeah, to a large part, I agree with what Thorny is saying. Like, you don't want to, in effect, what Thorny said, you're co-signing that James Dolan is okay. You know? No. It's almost kind of like the Trump thing. Like, you going to hang out with Donald Trump and speak highly of him, you're co-signing that Donald Trump actually isn't an imbecile. That's not the case. From Wody 504, there go that suspicious Doug voice. You sure about that, Fish? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. About the time period. Nah, I believe you, Fish. I believe you, Patty Cake Microwave. But Larry Johnson played for the New York Knicks. Larry Johnson played for the Knicks from 1996 to 2001. 1996 to 2001. Ooh, boy, that sounds like some Charles Oakley years. So 96 to 2001. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This is why we need that $4 so we can pay somebody to come in here and be a statistician. We ain't got it right now. So Charles Oakley played for the New York Knicks from, you listen to the Doug Stewart Show. I hope you're right, Patty Cake Microwave. Charles Oakley played for the Knicks from 1996 or from 1988 to 1998. John Fisher, Patty Cake Microwave, you lied to me. They did play with each other for a couple of years. They did play with each other. So Larry Johnson and Charles Oakley, they did play with each other for a couple of years. So LJ and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This is what we do on Sports Talk Radio. So Oakley was there once again from 89 or 88, 89 season to 98. Let's look up Latrell